Okay, good morning, young learners of mathematics. This morning, we'll be looking at substitution method of solving simultaneous equation. Previously on our channel, we have looked at elimination method of solving simultaneous equation. So this morning, we head on straight to using substitution method. Now, what do we mean by substitution method? Substitution method, as the name suggests, is an English word, and it simply means that when something is not available, you use the other thing that is equally available and can be used for that thing. Just like the case of raw tomato, when we have scarcity of tomato or pepper, most times majority of us we cannot afford to buy what they sell in the market, maybe 5 pieces of tomato for 1,000 naira. What we end up doing at that time is to substitute our raw tomato for tomato paste, different tomato paste that are around. So what we have just done is that we have just been able to substitute tomato paste raw for the raw one. And the same thing also happens in our football matches. Some people would have started the initial football game. When they see that a player is tired, they can decide to recall the player and tell him to go and sit down while they replace him with another thing. That thing that they have done there is nothing but substitution method. So we are going to be looking at substitution method in the light of simultaneous equation this morning. Okay, so let's look at our very first example. We have 2m plus n equals 0 and m plus 2n equals 3. We want to use substitution method for this. Now, we have two equations. What I'm going to say is that when you study the two equations, if there is any one of them that has the coefficient to be equals to 1, you make that variable subject of the formula. Look at equation 1 now. The coefficient of m is 2. The coefficient of n is 1. So it's easy for me to make n subject of the formula. Likewise, equation 2, if I decide to settle for it, variable m has coefficient to be 1, while variable n has coefficient to be 2. So it's easy for me to make m subject of the formula. So I can decide to settle for anyone. I can say from equation 2, make m subject of the formula. Make m subject of the formula. Are we together?